Welcome to GTI Predictive Technology. My name is Tom Honig. We're here today to discuss BalancePro, our newest and best app for balancing, both in field and on machines. Behind me you'll see our flagship machine, which is the BalancePro 100, which is a 0 to 100 pound machine. And we also have the 660, which goes up to 600 pounds. We also have a model after that, which is usually custom, can handle into the 1,000-pound range. So this application we wrote on the iPad can run any type of balancing machine and can convert any existing balancing machine over to our software. Now, shortly in this video, I'm going to invite Colleen Burke, who is one of our members of the GTI team here, to actually show you how easy this BalancePro system is to use. But before I get into that, I just want to show you it is iPad driven, like all of our apps, and you can see behind me on the screen that's the main page of the app. And the hardware consists of simply a wireless accelerometer, which can be moved to one or two planes, and that goes right here on the motor or whatever asset you're balancing, and simply a tachometer that plugs into channel 2, and that is simply it for equipment on this machine. It's very simple and easy to set up. So we're going to bring Colleen up here and show you just how easy this is to use. Okay, we're here at GTI Predictive Technology. I have Colleen Burke with me, who does all our quoting and puts together our iPad systems. And what we're here to demonstrate is we have our iPad here, and we are demonstrating BalancePro field balancing to show you just how easy it is. And Tim is going to project behind me the screen so we can follow the 1, 2, 3 steps that are all part of BalancePro. So we've got a test motor here. The hardware consists of our wireless accelerometer. The only wire is wired from there to our tachometer, and we have a small scale here to weigh this screw we're going to use on this rotor here on this electric motor to balance this motor for the very first time. Now, Colleen, you've never balanced an electric motor in your life or had any training of any kind?
Never. So
we're going to do this for the very first time just to show you how really easy this is. So first, Colleen, I'm going to turn on the motor, and we're going to take our initial reading. We'll make sure our sensor's on, which it is on. Our tachometer is pointed at the motor as well. And we'll actually pull up the spectrum. You'll be able to see that behind me. And we see we have a 1 times peak here, and we're running at 2905 RPM. And our imbalance right now is an 0.9 inches per second. So pretty unbalanced. You can feel that with your finger. Put your finger on there. So we're going to have much better results, afterwards. So all you're going to do, I'm going to get rid of the spectrum there for you, just hit the number 1 button. And that puts the value of 0.1 inches per second, so it's a little higher than I thought, and at 182 degrees. And it wants us to put a trial weight, which our trial weight weighs exactly 0.02 inches, 2 ounces. So I want you to tap on that box and put that value in there. 0.02, perfect. And it wants us to put it where? At 2
degrees.
2 degrees. Okay, so we'll turn the motor on. And what we're able to do here is you're able to use this angle view. You can tap that button. The camera pops up, and it's going to show you, once we put this at 12 o'clock where our tape is, it's going to tell you exactly where to put that screw. And did you see that hole line up?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'll hold the iPad. You put the screw where it told you to. And what this is doing is it's allowing us to put weight on the rotor to where it thinks the heavy spot or that screw needs to go, so that if there's any phase lag, it will actually correct us in the correction mode and tell us to move that screw to a different position if necessary. So we'll turn the motor back on, and I'll hand this back to you, and all you have to do is just make sure everything gets settled and just press the number 2 button. That's the second step. So it went from a 0.1 to a 0.003 inches per second. So we're already balanced, we're already in the center of the hole, but it's telling us to put the weight at 0.02 ounces, the same amount that screw was, at 3 degrees instead of 2 degrees. So we know it's in the right spot. Now, if that were 15 degrees instead of 2 degrees, we would move it and we would have a nice balanced motor. Feel that now.
Much smoother.
Yeah. And that is about 5 to 10 times below specification. Now, if we needed to, we can hit the 3 button because we're done. And that would even give us a trim value if we even wanted to go further. So this is a very, very accurate, to gyros and spindle accurate machine. Now what we can do is walk through so people can see. Let's go through the report mode. Just go ahead and hit report. It has our logo up there already. You can put your technician name in there so we know Colleen did it. Hit done. And then we can add the spectrum, and we can show what that looks like. We can see our start spectrum. You see now our running speed disappeared in the trial in there. It's not that prominent peak anymore because it's much better. And then we can actually take a picture by hitting the picture on the report. We can hit the camera and put that picture in the report. That's our setup. So the next guy that goes to balance that will see our setup. And then you can just hit the email button. It puts it in the email for you. Type in start of my name, for instance. There it is, and hit send. Now it's gone. Before we ever left the asset point, we have sent the report to whoever the recipient is. Now, do you think you could repeat this process as this being your training for the first time ever?
Yes.
That's how easy this system is to use. You can balance an industrial fan, pump, motor, spindle, anything with what's been a 5-minute training session. Now that Colleen has shown us how easy it is to balance an asset, we wanted to not leave out one important feature of this application, and that is, in many cases, we have to drill a hole instead of add weight, which is part of our demo motor here. You know, balance fans, pumps, motors, things like that. A lot of time we can't add weight and have to remove weight. So what we have behind you just press one button on the app and it will bring you to this feature page that all you have to do is add your drill size and the formula of how deep to drill that hole in that asset point for perfect balance is given right to you to make this as fluid as possible and easy to use system. If you would like more information on this, please reach out at us at www.gtipredictive.com or by phone at 603-669-5993. Thank you for your attention.